تحذر القوات المسلحة اليمنية كافة الشركات بوقف تعاملها مع موانئ العدو الإسرائيلي ابتداء من ساعة إعلان هذا البيان، ما لم فسوف تتعرض سفنها وبغض النظر عن وجهتها للاستهداف في أي مكان يمكن الوصول إليه أو تطاله صواريخنا ومسيراتنا.
Maritime warning sirens blaring, ensuring that any ship linked to Israel is now a target, no matter the flag it flies. That's the chilling threat Yemen's Houthi rebels just issued, sparking a new wave of global shipping panic. In a fiery televised statement, Houthi military spokesperson Yahya Saree announced the fourth phase of operations against Israel. Their mission? To cripple global companies that continue trading with Israeli ports by targeting their ships anywhere on Earth. It doesn't matter what country owns the ship, Saree said. If it does business with Israel, it will be hit. The Houthis aren't bluffing. They've already disrupted Red Sea traffic for months, attacking vessels they claim are linked to Israel. Now they say no waters are safe, not the Suez, not the Indian Ocean, not even international trade lanes. From the moment of this statement, he warned, ships tied to Israel will be pursued by our drones and missiles. The group says this escalation is a response to Israel's Gaza war and blockade, ongoing since October 2023. They claim moral duty, not militancy. Our actions are a humanitarian obligation to stop Gaza's suffering, Saree declared. But global shipping giants and insurers see it as something else, a direct terrorist threat to international trade.
قررت القوات المسلحة اليمنية بالتوكل على الله وبالاعتماد عليه عز وجل تصعيد عملياتها العسكرية الإسنادية والبدء في تنفيذ المرحلة الرابعة من الحصار البحري على العدو الصهيوني، وتشمل هذه المرحلة استهداف كافة السفن التابعة لأي شركة تتعامل مع موانئ العدو الإسرائيلي بغض النظر عن جنسية تلك الشركة وفي أي مكان تطاله أيدي القوات المسلحة. تحذر القوات المسلحة اليمنية كافة الشركات بوقف تعاملها مع موانئ العدو الإسرائيلي ابتداء من ساعة إعلان هذا البيان، ما لم فسوف تتعرض سفنها وبغض النظر عن وجهتها للاستهداف في أي مكان يمكن الوصول إليه أو تطاله صواريخنا ومسيراتنا. تدعو القوات المسلحة اليمنية كافة الدول بأن عليها إن أرادت تجنب هذا التصعيد الضغط على العدو لوقف عدوانه ورفع الحصار عن قطاع غزة، فلا يمكن لأي حر على هذه الأرض أن يقبل بما يجري. إنما تقوم به القوات المسلحة اليمنية يعبر عن التزامنا الأخلاقي والإنساني تجاه مظلومية الشعب الفلسطيني الشقيق، وإن كافة عملياتنا العسكرية سوف تتوقف فور وقف العدوان على غزة ورفع الحصار عنها.
In May, the U.S. struck a back-channel deal with the Houthis halt your attacks and will halt airstrikes. But the Houthis now say Israel was never part of the deal.
President, should Israel be doing more to allow food into Gaza?
Say it.
Should Israel be doing more to allow food into Gaza?
What did you say?
Should Israel be doing more to allow food into Gaza?
Well, you know, we gave $60 million 2 weeks ago, and nobody even acknowledged it, for food. And it's terrible. You know, you really at least want to have somebody say thank you. No other country gave anything. We gave $60 million 2 weeks ago for food for Gaza. And nobody acknowledged it. Nobody talks about it. And it makes you feel a little bad when you do that and, you know, you have other countries not giving anything. None of the European countries, by the way, gave. I mean, nobody gave but us. And nobody said, gee, thank you very much. And it would be nice to have at least a thank you. And I took a lot of heat. You know, when I do that, a lot of people aren't happy about that because they say, well, why are we doing it and nobody else? But I think we had a humanitarian reason for doing it. What's going to happen? I don't know. I can tell you that Hamas, as I said, would happen at the end. You know, we've gotten back a lot of hostages, a tremendous number of hostages, most of them. Now we have dead hostages, and the mothers want them back, and we have 20 people approximately, but that are living. But we have a lot of bodies, and the parents want those bodies as much as they would want their child if that child were alive. I met with parents that it was so sad. Sir, please get my son back. How is your son doing? Well, he's dead, but they have his body, and it's so important. It's more important. It's almost like more, but it's as important as if the child were living. These people were, they're devastated. And I said, when you get it down to a certain number, you're not going to be able to make a deal with Hamas. Because once they give them up, then they feel that that's going to be the end of them. And what I said is exactly true. You know, they had a routine discussion the other day, and all of a sudden they hardened up. They don't want to give them back. And so Israel's going to have to make a decision. I know what I do, but I don't think it's appropriate that I say it. But Israel's going to have to make a decision.
Mr. President, when you were in the Middle East, you talked about the images coming out of Gaza and the starving kids. Those images are still going. Many of them are much worse. Thinner children, starving. What do you see or feel when you look at those images today?
Well, it's terrible. You know, when I see the children, and when I see, especially over the last couple of weeks, and people are stealing the food, they're stealing the money, for the food. They're stealing weapons. They're stealing everything. It's a mess. That whole place is a mess. The Gaza Strip, you know, was given many years ago so that they could have peace. That didn't work out too well. When Israel gave that up, whoever was the prime minister at the time, who I know who it was, but it was not exactly a very clever thing to do, because that was given so that they finally have peace, and it's actually made the situation worse. But we'll see what happens. I think Iran is acting up. I think that we have a lot of people acting. We have Venezuela acting up in a different way. They continue to send people that we rebuff to our border. They continue to send drugs into our country. Venezuela, they've been very nasty, and we can't let that happen. But we have other countries too. We do have, and this is just getting a little off subject, but we have now the safest border we've ever had. And I think in many respects we probably have the most successful. And I say it all the time. Every leader, when I went to NATO the other day, every leader said, you have the hottest country in the world. We have the hottest country in the world now. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. We have the highest stock market we've ever had. We have the best numbers we've ever had. But we have hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into our country. And I think it's the hottest. And by the way, 1 year ago, our country was dead. We had a dead country because of an incompetent president and incompetent Democrats. All they know how to do is talk and think about conspiracy theories and nonsense. If they'd waste their time talking about America being great again, it would be so much nicer, so much easier, be very successful. But we were a dead country, and now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. Yeah.